my best of 2018 series. I have been kind of breaking up my makeup and giving you guys the best of each category. So number 1 was foundation, number 2 was concealer, number 3 was palettes, number 4 was like everything for the face palettes, blush, bronzers, contour, highlight, that type of thing. Today we're going to be talking about primers and setting sprays. I have created a playlist, so if you guys have not seen any of the videos that I have mentioned from part 1, 2, 3, and 4, then all you gotta do is click on my playlist and look for best of 2018, and you guys can go and watch those videos there. First things first, I would say my number 1 holy grail that you guys see me use every single time I apply makeup is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. The second that this came out, I bought it and I have loved this ever since. I would say I bought this probably around maybe the beginning of March, I'm gonna guess, and I've not used anything since. This is another thing that's amazing. This is the second jar. If I was not so dry right now, I could probably make this last me like 2 or 3 more months because you only need a tiny bit of this. What I love about it is I don't have to use as much. Like before I bought this, I was using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, and I still really like that primer. But this one actually absorbs into the skin and it keeps my skin hydrated. I love the way it makes my skin feel. I cannot live without this. And what I also love about it is I know it's very expensive. Because I'm using less of it, it's lasting me a lot longer. So you actually get quite a bit of product for the $60. This is 1.7 ounces for $60. And in my opinion, yeah, $60 is a lot of money to spend for a primer, but when you kind of add it all up, like for example, when I was using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, I was probably buying one of those tubes like every other month. And so it wasn't lasting me as long as this. And if you add that up, 2 bottles, I've already spent my $60. I've bought 2 of these bottles in a year, almost a year. So you add that up and do the math. The Too Faced Hangover Primer is like $30-some. So at the end of the day, you're actually saving money by buying this one versus another one because you have to use less. Less is more with this product. And right now my skin is drinking it up because I'm so crazy dry and I absolutely love this primer. It is absolutely one of my favorites. The other one that I would say that I have completely fallen in love with is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is also a really, really good one that lasts a really, really long time. This is not my favorite right now why I'm dry. The reason why is because my skin is so dry that I really don't want that filtered look. And so I haven't really been using it a lot lately, but I used the heck out of it all summer long, all throughout the fall. But during the winter, I have not been pulling for this very much because I kind of feel like my foundation doesn't look the best with other primers except for the Bobbi Brown during the winter. So just FYI, this one is fantastic. You guys just have not seen me use it very often lately because I'm more dry. And I'm just strictly staying with this one. But this one is, these two are, oh, they are amazing. Now, if you don't want to spend the $60 on this one for Bobbi Brown, I 100% get that, you guys, 100%. This one I've really, really liked from Laura Mercier. This is the foundation primer in Hydrating. So this one is very, very hydrating and the skin just really absorbs it. This one's really, really nice and it's good quality. It doesn't break me out. It doesn't have like a harsh, crazy smell to it. And I really, really like the formula on this. And this one and the Too Faced Hangover Primer, but I didn't discover it in 2018. I did, however, discover this one in 2018. And I was using it off and on until I found the Bobbi Brown, and then it just kind of, and then it was Bobbi Brown from that point on. The other one I want to talk about is from J1. This is the Red Jelly Pack. It's a true multitasker with antioxidants. It's a makeup primer. It's a Korean product. It's packed with antioxidants to prevent oxidation of your skin and makeup throughout the day. The jam-like jelly provides transparent glow to your skin. As you can see, it kind of does have like jelly form. It's really thick. The only time I wear this is when, because it's kind of got that tacky base. Can you hear that? It's tacky. So the only time I wear this is when I need my foundation to be locked all day long. Like, don't budge. I don't love it every day, but I have it on hand for those days when I need my skin and my makeup to lock, whether, you know, I have a really long day or whatever it is and I need my foundation and my skin to last. I will use this and another setting spray that I have here that's long lasting, and it will lock my foundation and it doesn't budge all day. So I love this. I have it on hand at all times. The other one that I want to talk about is from Tarte. This is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. Now, Tati has always been talking about this forever. This year, I finally bought this. This is amazing to press into your pores. If you guys have larger pores, this only takes a tiny little bit. You basically just rub it between your fingers and just start pressing it. This stuff like literally fills in those pores. The only thing I wouldn't recommend is going over top of it with a brush because you'll move it around. So go in and press it in and then take your sponge and press the foundation over top. And once you do that, you won't even look like you have pores. That is not a primer that you want to go like this with. You want to do this pressing motion like this. And then do the exact same thing. Like with a brush, you know, you're going to disrupt it and kind of move it around. I don't recommend it. That's the way I get the best results from that primer. The final product that I want to talk about is something that I reviewed early on, early in the year, and then I used it for like a month and then I quit using it, and then I've recently brought it back out, I would say, what, a month now, and I've been using it. This is the Tatcha Pearl. This is the Under Light and Eye Treatment. And now I have it in the shade Moonlight. It comes in 3 different shades, which is nice for everyone to be able to enjoy. I love this, and the more that I'm using it, the more I'm loving it. I put it on underneath my concealer, and I go ahead and put the concealer over top. I've noticed that my concealer looks better and lasts better throughout the day. I think the reason why I gave up using this is because I really didn't know how to use it. One of my followers, you know, had made a comment, I don't know, like a month ago and said, hey, you know, are you still using the Tatcha Pearl? It's really good. She commented on that video and she's like, I love it. It's really good. It's hydrating for your under eye. And I was like, you know what? I haven't used it lately. Maybe I'll pull it back out and start using it again. So what I decided to do was do more research on how to apply it, because I'll be honest with you, I don't think none of us really knew what the heck it was when it launched, and I don't know that any of us really knew how to wear it. Now, when I was first using it, you know, I would go down in with a brush and then I would put it on and kind of blend it out with my sponge. I put my concealer on and then I blend it out with a sponge. This product is different, and even though I have nails, I do go in with a brush. I just put it on the back of my hand, okay? And then I take my finger and I go up in and I just start pressing that into the under eye, and I keep doing it because when you first put it on, it looks patchy and it doesn't look like it's gonna blend in. But when you keep working it with the warmth of your finger and you really work that into the under eye, it turns into a beautiful, natural, brightening under eye. Like, there is something magical about this, but you have to do it the right way. And definitely the warmth of your finger is pretty much the only way that I've been able to make this work. I don't feel like a sponge works and I don't feel like a brush works, but I feel like the warmth of your finger just can really get up in there and just keep tapping it. And then I'll kind of like pull it down to try to kind of get rid of the, like, diffuse the line. But I just keep doing it. It takes a, like, you know, it probably takes me a minute to really blend that in. And it takes a little bit. Let me show you how I apply it without actually putting it on. I'm going hoarse. I don't know why. I'm losing my voice. I hope I'm not getting sick. My husband's been sick. So let's hope I'm not getting it because I will be pissed. So I'm just going to go down in and I grab about that much for both of my under eyes. So it's not very much. So what I do is I go in and I take my finger, okay, and then I just start blending it in, blend it in, blend it in. It's like that much. If you need more, you can grab more. But this product is not something that you want to pile a bunch on, because let me tell you why. If you go in and put too much of this on, it's going to be too thick underneath your concealer, and your concealer will actually start lifting from your under eye as the day goes on. It will start getting a little bit separated, a little bit creasy. If you want your concealer to look smooth, not cakey, don't go in with a lot of this, because a little bit of this goes a really, really long way. This product was not intended to be used as a concealer. This product is basically a tiny amount of tinted moisturizer, but also brightens the under eye. When I started introducing this back into my routine, I did one eye with and one eye out without, and you could clearly see that the one eye that I did use the product with was much brighter. My concealer looked better throughout the day. It lasted throughout the day. But if you use too much, it will lift from the under eye. It will kind of lift, and your concealer will kind of lift and pull away in certain areas. So a little bit of this goes a really long way. It's expensive, but it'll last you for months and months and months and months and months and months and months because you don't need a lot. So that's it for the primers. Let's move on to the setting sprays. I have several here, and we're just going to go through them really fast because, you know. So the one that I want to talk about first is my Tatcha. This is the Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. This is my favorite. Holy grail. I love, love, love this stuff so much. It gives the skin such a beautiful dewy glow. And some people, I've heard people say they don't like the spritzer of this, but I actually prefer the spritzer on this because it's, if you had a different spritzer with this product, it would not work. This is such a dewy skin mist that if it had more of aggressive spritzer, it would be too much. You would get way too much and be oily. So I do think that the spritzer is perfect for the product. I can't say enough about it. I carry one in my purse, especially right now since it's so dry outside. This stuff is amazing. It's expensive. I totally hear you. It's so stupid expensive, but it is my favorite. It's kind of got like a milky look to it. Like at the bottom, you can kind of see it looks a little bit milky, but it is unbelievably beautiful on the skin. If you have dry skin, that will be your holy grail. If you don't have dry skin, I would probably stay away from this. If you have normal skin but like a dewy glow, you'll love this. This is definitely for dry skin and maybe normal depending on what you're looking for. So, you know, that is definitely my holy grail. The next one is from Elcie. This is the Hydra Enhancer Facial Mist. I love this so much. Now, I don't think a lot of people talk about this from Elcie, but this is one of my favorite facial sprays. It's not necessarily like a setting spray, but man, it gives my skin such a refreshing, Hydra. Just, I love it so much. The other one I want to talk about that's refreshing is this one from Clinique. This is the Moisture Surge. This is my refillable. I have a big bottle of it upstairs in my bathroom, but I keep this one in my purse. These two are both in my purse. But this one is like a refreshing mist that I can carry with me to refresh my skin because I'm dry. These two are hands down my favorite sprays to kind of hydrate the skin. Like if you're feeling kind of dry and cracky, this will kind of give you a dewy glow. But if you actually want your skin to kind of drink in the moisture, these two are phenomenal. Like these two are my holy grails. Okay, the other one that I recently discovered is from Catrice. This is the Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. I've recently discovered this, so I can't say that it's like been my favorite for a very long time, but I will say it is a very nice setting spray if you do like that dewiness. But I do recommend, the spritzer's pretty harsh on it, so I recommend be an arm length away and then spray because you will run the risk of spraying this too heavy on the face. But this is very nice, but always shake it because it does have a little bit of that illuminating properties. So make sure that you shake it really good. But I really, really love this one for that dewier glow. And maybe it's a dupe for the Tatcha. I don't know that anything's a dupe for this one. I'll be honest with you. I don't know off the top of my hand of anything that looks anywhere near as beautiful as this does if you have dry skin. However, this one from NYX is pretty dang good. This one's the Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Now, I like this one, and I like the spritzer on it. It gives you a little bit of a dew, but nothing like these two. So if you want a little bit of a dew, I would try this one from NYX because this one gives you a tiny bit of dew, but not overwhelming. The other one that I absolutely love is from Wander Beauty. I did a full face of Wander Beauty, and in that full face video, the spritzer on this wouldn't work. They actually watched the video and sent me a new one, which I was so appreciative. I think the closest product that I've ever been able to find that's closest to this Tatcha Dewy Mist is this one from Wander Beauty. That's the closest that I have ever been able to get. This one is amazing, and I love the smell of this one. This one has like it's made out of glacier water, lavender oil, and evening primrose oil. It hydrates, nourishes, and refreshes. I really, really like this one. And I'm so glad they sent me a second bottle so that I could try it, because the first time that I did my video, that spritzer just couldn't work. Like it kept like leaking down and it was kind of a mess. But I really, really like this one from Wander Beauty. They did a great job on this and I do love this. And it smells so divine, you guys. It smells so good, but it gives that skin that healthy glow. It's so amazing. Get more product with this one than you do the Tatcha Dewy Mist. So this one from Wander Beauty is 60 mils. The one from Tatcha is 40 mils. And so you get 20 more mils with this one than you do the Tatcha. Anyways, those are fantastic. Let's talk about this one from Morphe. This is the Continuous Setting Spray. I really, really like this one. I do. It's got this aerosol. It's a nice, refreshing, it does melt the makeup. So if you are somebody that wears a lot of powders, like if you need powders, you know, like maybe you're oily or whatever, that melts powders into the skin something beautifully. And I think it's because it's an aerosol can. I think the formula is great, but I do think that the aerosol can kind of allows those powders to melt into the skin much better than something from a spritzing type product. So, you know, if you're somebody that wears, you know, some kind of baking powder or setting powder or whatever it is, I highly recommend this one to kind of melt it down into your skin. It's a good one. This one I never go without. Like I have this one on backup at all times. Like I have like 2 cans in my little storage over there because I can't go without that one. The other one I want to talk about is the MAC Fix Plus. I think that this one is a little bit overrated. I'm going to be honest. I've probably been using this 3 or 4 years, but all of these in here have kind of push this one to the side, even though I'm really, really happy that I found this one recently. I was running out of the little mini bottles that I bought, and so I found this one in my bathroom when I was organizing, and I was so happy that I found a full bottle of it. But I do love the MAC Fix Plus, and I do think that there is something very special about the actual product itself, but I kind of feel like this locks makeup in, but I find that if I use it too much, it dries my skin out. So I kind of have to use this on those days where I kind of want my skin to be locked down in place, but I don't use this on a daily basis. The final product is the Urban Decay All Nighter. Now I have ordered the big one and it's sitting over there and I'm kind of using up my small ones, then I'm going to pull out my big one. But I got a bunch of samples of these. I got like 4 of them, so I'm using those up before I use my big one. But this one is the Mac Daddy of long lasting. So these 2 right here, if you are going to a special occasion and you need your foundation locked tight, put this on first and lock it with this and it won't budge. This is not something that I love to do on a daily basis, but on those special occasions when you need your foundation and your makeup to look amazing for several hours, these 2 are like super glue. It's not going to budge. These 2 are amazing. This all-nighter has been, you know, raved about for many, many years. I also recently got a sample of the Quick Fix. This is kind of the Hydra Charge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. So this is out of coconut water and stuff like that. And it's probably something similar to the Hydra Enhancer from Elcie or the one from Clinique. I don't love this one like I like these 2, but I think it's fine. But there is something amazing about the all-nighter. I hate the way it smells. I think it stinks so awful that, oh, it's just nasty, you guys. I hate the smell of it. But it locks your makeup in. So again, these 2 for special occasions. So that is what I have for you guys today based on my primers and setting sprays. That is part 5. Now part 6 is going to be the final video. I'm going to go through my favorite powders and my favorite lippies and like lip liners and eyeliners and stuff like that. Like I'm going to kind of combine all of those into one, but then I'm going to do a full face of my best and a full face of my worst, because I have a full list of my worst products and I figured that I would use them doing a full face and discuss them, why I don't like them as I'm doing the video. So let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. But until then, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to go ahead and click in the playlist column and look for the best of series so that you guys are all caught up in all of the best of 2018 series. Thank you guys again for all the love that you guys show me in my channel. It truly means the world to me, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day filled with love, happiness, and joy. I will see you all tomorrow, and I love you so much. Bye!